Welcome back, Embers, or if you're new here, welcome to the Campfire Crew. My name is Stone, my pronouns are they, them, and today I'm going to be doing another Shop My Stash. I know usually these videos are done overhead, but if you haven't been here in a while or if you're new here, my back-facing camera doesn't work, so overhead videos are just kind of impossible to do with any modicum of good video quality. So they're just not really possible for me to do right now. So I'm just going to talk to you like this and show the products next to me. And that's what we're going to do. Now, last time I did this for fall, and it was my first time ever doing something like this. And I really enjoyed it. But last time I kind of went over my entire collection. I'm going to go a little faster this time. So if you want to know, I have a small collection, but if you want to know all the things in it and get a better idea of like some thoughts on it, or like me to slow down and talk about these things individually, my fall Shop My Stash is a good place to go. Otherwise, let's get started. So I'm just going to start with lipsticks and lips in general. So I have 3 proper lipsticks in my collection, these 3, and I'm going to keep them all in. This is the one I'm wearing today. It's a little darker in person, and I think they're all good colors for the winter. You know what? Do I want to take this out? No, I don't. Yeah, I think they're all kind of like dark, moody colors. These 2 are pretty moody, and this one is kind of like, again, I think it looks a little darker in person as opposed to on camera, but it's like kind of a darker, moodier nude. So I think these are all kind of fall winter shades. So I'm going to keep all of these in. However, I do have one lip product I'm going to roll out, and that is my Tower 28 lip gloss. It's orange, so I kept it in for fall for spooky season, and I just don't think I'm going to be wearing this shade throughout the winter, so I'm going to put that away. Then I have 3 blushes that were in for this Shop My Stash, and I'm going to be keeping 2 of them in, which are my Cloud Paint in the shade Eve, which is just this really dark color, which is going to be good for the winter. I think it's just such a dark color that it'll be perfect for the winter. And by the way, all my small stuff goes in here so it can go back in the basket. I'm also going to keep in my Arthrine blush from Menagerie Cosmetics in the shade Persimmon. It's also what I'm wearing today. It's very pretty. I can layer it up a lot. It's like the lips, it's like a neutral for fall winter. And then very similar to that lip gloss, I'm going to put away my Cloud Paint in the shade Dawn. Also an orange. Don't think I'm going to be wearing it over the winter, so I'm going to put that to the side. And then I guess I will bring out, this is a box of cat food that I have ripped off the top of, and now I keep all of my, I guess my makeup that is not in use in there. So in terms of blushes in here, I have 2. And, right, they're both glowy, so I'm going to keep these there. Since I'm already here, these 2, this is an eyeshadow primer, which I have one that I'm trying to use up right now. It's actually the same as the Milani. I haven't finished using it yet, so I don't need the replacement. And then this free gift with purchase MAC mascara. I do not like the brush on this. It's too big for my eyes, so it kind of gets everywhere. I'm considering seeing if I can stick in, when I'm finished with my current mascara, if I can use the brush with this and see if I like the formula, but just not the brush. Anyway, that's going away. There's a couple more things in here. I have the Complex Cultures Quad. Don't need that. I have a palette that I am not going to open yet, but I do have a palette that I want to pull in from this box. So most of this stuff is staying here. The one thing that I'm going to pull out from my unused makeup box, or the rest of my collection that wasn't in for fall is my Menagerie Cosmetics. There's so much dust on this thing. My Menagerie Cosmetics Indigo Ink palette, because it looks like this. There's lots of blues, dark greens. There's these 3 shades, which I feel like are very summery, not very fall, so I didn't have it in. But we've got a lot of these blues and this really dark red, and I think at least that 9-pan is perfect for the winter, and then I can use these as like bright pops of color. So I think this is a perfect winter palette. So I'm really excited to bring her back in. I haven't used this too much because this year I have been really going hard on my Pan That palette and my Project Level Up. So yeah, I haven't used it that much, but I am excited to use it for the winter. So I'm probably gonna keep this in for, it's currently midway through November as I'm filming this, so the rest of November, December, and at least January. I might reset for February because I like to do a lot of pink looks in February, but yeah, at least for the next 3 months is gonna be this set. So then in terms of eyeshadow, there's 2 palettes I have to keep in, which are my project, or my Pan Those palettes. I have my main palette and my side palette. I'm gonna keep those in. I'm not gonna show you because spoilers, you can watch my projects for those, but I'm working on those in that project. So just gonna get my little blankie around me. Gotta keep those in. And then I finished Project Level Up. I'm missing a palette. I actually found 2 palettes. I completely forgot. I have the NYX Ultimate palette, which I'm going to keep out for a little bit, but not in this Shop My Stash. I just need to compare some of these yellows to some other yellows for my Project Level Up. I did finish that project already, which you can see on my channel, but I did want to compare some shades. So they're going to be out for a bit, but they will be put away once I'm done comparing those shades. They're not actually part of this. But the palette I was trying to talk about is my Sephora Wishing You palette, which I got from my mom for my birthday this year, last year, Christmas. Anyway, I have this palette. I'm just looking at my eyeshadow. It's so pretty. You can't really see it that well, but it's so pretty in person. And it does have a lot of these kind of dark, grungy colors. So these 2 were really good for a specific shade that I had in my Pan That palette, but I actually panned it today, so I don't really need those shades anymore. I do have this shade that might be good with a brown I need to pan, and this dark green that would be good for winter. I might keep this in. I'm not sure. I'm going to see if there's anything else I want to keep in, but this is still a contender for pulling it in. I'm not sure yet. I'm not going to put that in. That's my Phoebe palette. Nothing in there I really want, but again, I need to keep it in to compare some shades. And I also don't think I'm going to keep in my... So I have my No, I don't want to pull this in. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep my Sephora Wishing You. So for my palettes, it's going to be these 4. My 2 Pan That palettes and these 2 right here, my Sephora Wishing You, and then my Menagerie Indigo Ink. Why did that take me so long? So it's going to be these 4 palettes. For highlighters, since my last Shop My Stash, I got 3 highlighters from Dub's Beauty Diary, aka DW. Thank you, by the way, so much for that. And I think I'm going to keep them all in because I've used them only like 2 times each. I have the Nabla highlighter in Privilege. I'm wearing that today. It's a really pretty light pink. I don't know if you can even see these, but I'm doing them anyway. It's a really pretty light pink. Then I have the Nomad X Sydney Bathers in Balmoral Beach. I don't know who this creator is. And this is an even lighter pink highlight. It looks really pink in the pan, but on my fingers, it looks really icy. A little pink, pretty icy with maybe like a bit of a really soft gold flip. And then I have I was going to say ColourPop because it's in a ColourPop container, but it is a Lumiere highlighter. No, that's the shade name. I don't know what this brand is. I can't remember, but it's in the shade Lumiere. And if I remember what it is, wait, I have it written down, I think. Don't have that on me. I'll leave it in the comment, in either a pinned comment or in the description down below. And it's this like really gold highlighter. It has a gold flip to it. Yeah, it's this one up here. You can't really see it's like a light yellowy gold. You can't really see it. You can see that it's shiny. So we got the Nabla, we've got the Nomad, and then we have the one that I can't remember where it's from in the ColourPop. I'm going to keep all of these in because I have only used them like 2 to 4 times each, so I just want to keep playing with them. So I'm just going to keep them all in. None of them are particularly like special for certain times of year, so I'm just probably going to keep these in forever. Yeah, I think that's everything. So in total, I have, I have 2 blushes that are in right now. I have 3 lipsticks. I have 3 highlighters, and I have 4 palettes. And that is everything that I'm going to be using over the winter. I might switch some stuff around later in the winter, but for now, that is my winter Shop My Stash. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Bye.